Reviewing the Beaufort Bar cocktail menu. Let's roll. The Beaufort Bar is located in the Savoy Hotel in London. It is a 5-star hotel. It's arguably one of the most famous hotels in the world. And the bar itself is located in one of its function rooms. I think it was an old entertainment like ballroom or something like this. And it is lots of black, lots of gold, very upclass, tall ceilings. The bartenders used to wear cravats. It's very, very high class. And so, yeah, I guess that's all you need to know. First impressions. You know, I like the design, I like the feel, but I can see the big logo at the front of the Beaufort Bar. But that being said, it says in really tiny writing, interpreted magic. And I can just imagine that the Beaufort, where it's an upscale hotel bar in the Savoy Hotel, the room is quite black and gold, that there's no fucking way I can read that. Kind of a heavy menu, I like it. Nice embezzled, what do you call that? You know, embezzled, jezzled, vajazzled. Expensive, engraved. English is my second language, I apologize. So let's open it up. Okay. Ah, freshly pressed expensive paper. Smells like overpriced drinks. Interesting first page, I like that. So we've got the concept of the menu is explained. We have the pledge, the turn, the prestige. For those of you who haven't seen the film, The Prestige, it's a film about magicians. It sort of makes sense that the theme of the menu is interpreted magic. All right, the pledge, champagne, wine, rum, and vodka. The turn, non-toxic tonics, as opposed to every other menu that has toxic tonics. I like the way they've structured the menu in terms of based on the film. Cool. All right, the pledge. Interesting. So we start off the menu with food, which is a cocktail menu, and I've got here caviar, 275 pounds for 50 grams. Wow. Let's just move on to that, right? Beautiful illustrations. I like that. Perfect balance. Bacardi, martini, acorn aromatic, watermelon. 25 pound. 25 pound. Perfect. Okay, illustration matches the name. Cool. The Beaufort Bar vodka. So there's a Beaufort Bar vodka, and yet for some strange reason, a lot of the cocktails feature like Grey Goose. Very bizarre. The turn. Non-toxic tonics. I don't understand the wording. I think when you use a word like toxic or any other negative word in a description, even if you're saying, oh, it's not dangerous, I get a feeling that, well, why would it be? Non-dangerous fish and chips. Not lethal haggis. That's very strange. Okay, that was it, first impressions. So, nice heavy menu, collector's piece. I love the illustrations. It's an expensive book. But I think that it's really, really cool in a way. I'm really glad I got this as a gift because I think it's something worth keeping. Now that I'm done with first impressions, let's jump into the practical aspects of this menu. The menu features 20 drinks that are spread over 3 different sections. It has more than 36 pages and it has over 39 brands listed by name. The cocktails range from £21 being like the cheapest to up to £60 as the most expensive drink on the menu. The leading brand owners that are featured in the menu are Bacardi, with 14 of the 20 drinks on the menu listed with their brands, followed by Pernod with only 2, and I think the next one was William Grant & Sons with only 2. So more on that later. The menu is A5 in size and has a 12.5% service charge added to your entire bill. Pros is that there's something for everyone. One drink is on a 2-page spread, which means that it's very easy to navigate. If you have the money, there is definitely choice for expensive shit. The sections are based on tastes, so you know exactly where to go if you like drinking a specific thing. And practically the pages are really like luxury, they're matte, is exactly what you want in a 5-star hotel. If you're gonna pay £25 for a cocktail, you want to feel like you're a king. Some of the cons though, and a big one I found practically, is that the food menu is spread between 3 different sections. So you've got cold plates, hot plates, and sharing plates, but they are all in different sections. So if I come in and I maybe want something to eat, regardless of the time of day, I don't know where to look. What if I want to have a champagne drink and then all I can see is the cold plates? So I think only cold plates are available. Visually, the menu definitely stands out, and there's 20 different illustrations, one for every single drink, which are original and unique. So I can't imagine the time that has gone into creating these drinks in advance, working with the illustrator to make sure that they're correctly illustrated. The fonts are huge. There's definitely use of font families. The titles are big. There's no way that you won't be able to read. Well, like I mentioned earlier, there's 3 different sections, and the pages are actually color coded with white, red, and black. So you really are able to navigate, which is a really large menu by the number of pages, quite easily, which is great. There's a really good layout for the cocktails per page. Very clear title, story, ingredients, price. Super direct, super easy to navigate, which is great. So here come the cons, right? Non-toxics. I mentioned it earlier, I'm gonna hammer it home now. Why the fuck do you use non-toxics? I know sometimes we get carried away with our own concept of trying to stand out of the crowd, but sometimes that's really unnecessary. The concept itself. I like the concept of interpreted magic. Before I start with the concept section, I want to remind everyone that concepts are like opinions, and opinions are like assholes, and everybody has an asshole, and most are full of shit. And also I would like to add the fact that I am really getting into the details. Most guests that come into your bar are only going to look at the shallow top end of the spectrum, right? They're not gonna dive deep into the menu and try and analyze and figure out every bit. Pros. The concept is mainstream. It's a very famous Hollywood film and everybody knows it, and as a result it's really easy to get into. That being said, just a couple of nitty-gritty details. Well, cons. I have a lot of cons that I found, but they're very niche. There's some brands used where you can't actually understand what the flavor would be. Bars and bartenders, please stop writing saline solution on your menus. No one knows what saline solution is. Saline solution sounds like something that you're gonna get in a hospital. If you're adding salt to drinks, you're not meant to taste the salt. It's a flavor enhancer that you're not meant to actually physically taste. You don't write lasagna, salt and pepper. You just write lasagna. We assume it's seasoned. Saline solution or salt, people don't like to drink it. Same thing with malic acid. Acid is like melt your skin zombie. Don't put it on a menu. In one of the sections, there is actually a Beaufort Bar contemporary classic cocktail called the Composer, which is like hidden in the section with the ingredients, with the listings of spirits. You're hiding a drink which is, according to you, one of your signature contemporary classics. That's like Jorg Meier hiding the Gin Basil Smash on his menu right at the back of the menu. And last but not least, I mentioned earlier about brands, right? 14 of the 20 drinks feature Bacardi Brown-Forman brands. What that looks like is that the Bacardi has bought out the menu and bought out listings. It's not abnormal for major brands to pay fees for listings, support the menu, support the development of the menu, and it looks like this menu was bought out by a Bacardi. It's hard to really discuss this because it's a tricky subject. It's a portfolio buyout of the menu, and that's okay. That's contracts. That's business, right? That's cool. I guess though, one thing I will say that it will always limit your creativity or creative freedom or creative variety. As a closing statement, I think the Beaufort Bar menu is actually great. I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. The drinks all sound interesting, and I'm never gonna throw this away. This is a collector's piece for me. I'm gonna come back to the Beaufort Bar if they'll let me in, and I'm looking forward to seeing their next menu because the amount of effort that went into this is crazy. The point of these videos is to just have a look at menu design, practicality, and open up a conversation. If you think I'm a dick, I'm sorry. That's your opinion, and like we said about opinions, the weight of the menu is about 461 grams, which is actually about the weight of a can of pureed tomatoes. How about that?